bit later. My name's Curtis. I work here at Central Penn College as Director of College Relations. I'm a two-time grad. I lived here on campus, graduated, and just never left, kept hanging around, and they gave me a polo and put me to work. And I'm so excited to welcome each and every one of you to New Student Orientation, joining as fellow Central Penn College Knights. I'll be your virtual MC for today's proceedings, just helping things with going with the flow and introducing our presenters. And to officially kick things off and welcome you to New Student Orientation, I'd like to welcome to the virtual stage our VP of Student Services, Romeo Azandakan. Romeo?
All right, welcome and happy new year to everyone. We're so excited to see all of you on this chat, and welcome to Winter 24 New Student Orientation. I know this is exciting for all of you to embark on this journey, and I'm going to use that word a lot today, starting your post-secondary journey here at the college. Maybe a lot of nerves, maybe some excitement, maybe some unsureness, which is all normal. You're going to get a lot of emotions today, but we're just glad to have you here. My goal here is to just welcome you and just impart some words that I think are helpful to your transition. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here for a presentation here. All right, everybody can see my screen there? Presentation is up? All right, so welcome again. Embarking on a post-secondary journey. I think this is a right word to use, journey, when you're going into college, whether you're starting your new degree program as a first-time college student, whether you're coming back to kind of finish your degree here at Central Penn College. If you're a lifelong learner, you're just like, I just love getting multiple degrees and I just want to continue to learn. It's always a journey to attain your degree. Again, Romeo Azandakan. I'm located in Bollinger 43 here in the Summerdale campus. My role is the Vice President of Student Services and Chief Diversity Officer. So I oversee all of our student supports and resources. And I also oversee our strategic diversity initiatives at the college. I'm available by appointment only, as my role here kind of extends to mostly meetings and working with the departments, but certainly always willing to sit down with students and converse and help you in whatever you need. So when we're talking about journey, I think an important question that everyone needs to ask themselves is, why am I doing this? Like, right, why am I taking this step? And typically for attending college or continuing college, it's to attain a degree, right? First thing, that's all of our common goal here is to attain a post-secondary degree. Whether it's marketing, PTA, I saw the majors that are coming here. We're all here as a common goal to attain a degree. Your academic and personal and professional growth, right? You may be here to expand your knowledge, to grow personally and professionally. Career pursuits. Notice I didn't use job, right? Because you want to get a career, something that speaks to you, something that's meaningful, something you aspire for, that it doesn't feel like going to work every day. And a post-secondary degree really kind of opens up those doors. Speaking of open doors, you may be here to network, to position your future. These are some of the reasons that I think we take these steps. Going to college, completing a degree, it's not an easy thing. So always think about what the why is for you. I think that's a really, really important question to set the tone as you begin this term. So what can you expect on this journey, right? New experiences and opportunities, some things that you've maybe never had sights on, maybe never experienced. It will feel different. It may be uncomfortable, right? But college is about getting comfortable being uncomfortable. So a lot of new experiences, a lot of opportunities may come your way. Definitely going to be some obstacles and challenges. This is not an easy feat, right? You're going to have some roadblocks, and we'll talk about how we're going to be able to support you through those, whether it's academically, whether it's personally. Things are going to come up that may be a barrier to the end goal, which is graduation, right? Adjustments. You're going to have to make some adjustments, right? Whether it's your schedule, whether it's your learning style, just kind of, your own interpersonal adjustment to being able to kind of complete your assignments, a little bit of uncomfortability, like I said, right? We all are going to have to go through these learning curves as we navigate the first week and then throughout the term. And then a lot of self-discovery. You can expect that. You're going to learn a lot about yourself, a lot about what works and what doesn't. what is meaningful to you and what is not meaningful to you, professionally and personally. I think a lot of these things will come up as you're on this college journey. I think it's important for me to talk about keys to success. What I've had over 18 years in post-secondary education in different roles, and there's a lot of commonalities when we talk about success and successful students, right? But specifically for new students and those who are embarking on a new journey at a new institution, there's a couple of things that just resound consistently. The first thing is remember that this is a new journey. Press the reset button, whether you are a new student, a continuing education student, your Central Penn College journey is new. So press the reset button. It doesn't matter what has happened in high school. It doesn't matter what has happened in your previous college experience. Set the plane open and clear so that you can really kind of focus on your pursuits. Balancing your academic, personal, and social life. This is a major key. Balance is important. These are sort of the three aspects of every student. And oftentimes when one or more are not going well, the other is going to be affected. So for example, if your personal and your social life is not going well, typically that means that your academic life may be having some challenges, right? So this is a constant balancing act that you're going to have to navigate. So a key to success for me and that what I impart to students is learn how to balance these three areas of your collegiate journey. Get involved, be active, engage. I think you get most out of the experience is what you put into it, right? Here at the college, there's a lot of opportunities to engage. We're going to talk about activities in our breakout sessions and opportunities for you to kind of convene together with your peers, with faculty and staff. Get involved if you're on campus in programs and events. If you're off campus, the Central Penn is in the community as well. Get involved outside of the college as well. Everybody here is regionally located, so you can make your way on campus, go to a sporting event. The more you are engaged, the more successful you will be. The data shows it. Students who are more engaged in their collegiate experience typically do better academically. Take advantage of the opportunities offered. Don't let things pass you by, right? Whether it's your faculty giving you additional resources, your success coaches putting a plan for you, your admissions counselor telling you about important paperwork or things that you need to fulfill. Take advantage of those opportunities to help facilitate your success. And then most importantly, last but not least, get to know who you are, right? Do that personal exploration of, again, what's working or what's not. Where are you growing? Where do you need to grow? It's important to do sort of that self-reflection from time to time as you sort of navigate this process. And then last but not least, have fun, right? These are some of the most meaningful years of your life as you grow interpersonally, academically, and professionally. But don't forget to have fun. That's what this is about. Enjoy your college experience as you navigate it. So what are we going to do here at Central Penn? Faculty, staff, across the board, support services. We're here to provide you resources. We're here to provide you support to navigate your academic studies, to navigate that balance we talked about. We're going to give you tools and we're going to advocate for you. And really the focus of this orientation is to kind of impart to you all these aspects of things that you need to be aware of, by day one, but also how we're going to sort of facilitate this for you as you navigate your process. So I like this slide because I'm a visual learner, more of a visual person. And I think when you're talking about goals, when you're talking about aspirations, it's important to visualize it, right? How it started and how it will end. I think that this, to me, is a meaningful slide because everyone's going to walk through that door, on the first day of classes or log into the class on your Blackboard. And the goal is to get to this stage on the right? This is how it started and this is how it will end. So just wanted to kind of put this slide to encourage you. Everyone starts at the same place starting next week. And the goal is to get to this slide on the right, graduation, one of the most meaningful days for every faculty, staff, and student when we walk down that stage to receive your diploma and to be awarded and, to be celebrated. Just remember to visualize that as you start your classes next week. And with that, I'd like to again formally welcome you to Knights Nation. We're so glad to have you here for new student orientation.
All right. Thank you so much, Romeo. Appreciate that. Welcome to Night Nation here as a member of the Central Penn family. Next, our speaker will be sharing an overview of general studies. Please welcome to the virtual stage Dr. Brant Ellsworth.
Hey, everyone. Good morning and welcome. Thank you, Curtis, for being you. As I got on this morning, I thought, where is this energy coming from? Who is this man?
It's a new year, Brant. It's a great day.
It's great. Everyone, my name is Brant Ellsworth, and I'm an associate professor of humanities, and I also serve as director of general education and as the dean of faculty. And my purpose in speaking to you today is to share a little bit about the purpose of general education, because we have found that students often ask questions like, why do I have to take a math class? Why am I taking a writing class? I will never write again. And so my purpose is to try to explain, where do these classes, the general education classes, fit in the bigger scheme of things. I do have a PowerPoint that I will share, but before I do, I want you to know that everything I'm sharing with you can be found in this book. It's called the College Catalog, and I'm going to drop a link to it right now in the chat. Save it, open it, refer to it often, because the College Catalog includes everything you need to know about the classes you're taking, about general education, about your programs, about the rules and policies of the college. So again, my name is Brant Ellsworth, and I wanted to talk a little bit about general education. What we have found is that, in my experience, we live in a world in which technology has been very disruptive. I think back to some of the big developments that have happened in the 25 years since I graduated from high school. Holy crap, that's a long time. We live in an increasingly fast-paced, rapidly evolving world. And if we think back to just some of the more recent developments, we find that in the recent years, we've introduced new giant telescopes into space that have allowed us to capture images of galaxies far, far, far away, which is completely changing the way that we think about science and our place in this world. In California, I saw another news post about this last month at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, that they've been making incredible discoveries about the use of fusion energy, which may be an important breakthrough in ensuring that we all have access to clean, renewable energy. I have followed the growth of SpaceX, which is promising to revolutionize space travel, what it means to go on vacation, let's go to Mars, and space exploration. CRISPR is a really cool discovery that allows scientists to edit our genes. We live in a world of self-driving cars. I took a drive in my very first Tesla over the break. How fun is that? But again, a disruptive technology that completely changes the way that we think about certain jobs. More recently, and for many of our students, the introduction of new generative artificial intelligence like ChatGPT is completely revolutionizing our relationship with technology, with information, with speech giving, and it promises to have many new opportunities for us. And I share these things because what I want to illustrate is that while many of you are coming into a Central Penn College with a specific goal in mind of getting a specific degree to having a specific job, we all need to be a little bit like this cute chameleon on your screen. We need to be able to be adaptive. The jobs that we may be wanting to get into may not exist in 10 years. And these type of technologies are disrupting what type of jobs are possible and how we will approach them. And so it's important that we be adaptive, that we develop basic skills that will allow us to maybe do one job, but then switch to another job as necessary. Many students believe that they go to college or that they're coming to Central Penn simply to get a college diploma. And while getting that diploma is partially true, a degree will open many, many more doors to you. It's more than a fancy piece of paper, because it is what the diploma represents that truly matters. A diploma is supposed to represent the accumulation of knowledge and the development and mastery of crucial skills and habits of the mind. Now, we have talked with employers. There have been numerous studies, surveys that have been done. Employers tell us exactly what they are looking for in a college graduate. And
Dr. Ellsworth,
surprisingly, the
so
diploma.
sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
The screen is actually not being shared, the PowerPoint, so we are unable to see that Q chameleon that you referenced or other points.
Well, isn't that embarrassing?
Sorry about that. I wanted to let you know.
No, I'm glad you did. So let me start at the very beginning so you can all see my, just kidding. All right. Curtis. All right, Curtis, help me out, buddy. When I click on share screen, there it goes. Can everyone see that?
Wonderful.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry, guys. I had so many cute pictures. There's the chameleon just for fun.
There we go. Thank you.
Be like the chameleon. Darn. All right. So getting back into my train of thought. So when you are at Central Penn College, the thing that we're focusing on is helping you develop certain types of skills. That's the goal. And these are the skills that employers have repeatedly told us that they want in college graduates. So the general education curriculum is designed to introduce those habits of mind, those particular skills to you. Yes, taking an English class is important because not that we want you to take English, but because we want you to be able to communicate in writing effectively. That is what employers have asked us to do. So in the few minutes I have, I just want to share a little bit about what these classes are and what specific types of skills will you develop through our general education curriculum. Now, we measure your education and your progress in terms of credits. Most college classes are worth 3 credits. So if you do the math, many of you who are pursuing a bachelor degree will complete about 40 classes at Central Penn College. Our associate degree programs are shorter. They range between 60 and 78 credits, depending on the specific one. So we can break these credits down even further. So if you are a bachelor degree seeking student and are seeking 120 credits for graduation, over here on the left, you'll see that most of your credits, the 60 credits, will come from your major, your business, your accounting, your homeland security. 42 credits come from general education, and the final 18 credits are what we call elective courses. And these are courses that can be used to fulfill a certificate, to complete a minor, or they can just be 6 classes that you are interested in taking, or maybe transfer credits from another school or from high school. We can break this down even further in general education. Of those 42 credits, 27 of them are called foundations. And these are a group of classes that all students take in writing, in speech, in math. There's an ethics course. And as you can see on the far right, this is how they're broken down. We also have, after you've completed your 27 foundation credits or 9 classes, what are called intersections. These are pools of classes that are organized around a specific theme. So pop culture and society, or health and wellness. And these will introduce specific courses to you that are all organized around that specific theme. They will not all be classes on health, but perhaps there will be a literature course that teaches about the literature on health. Maybe there's a film class in which you watch films about health and speak about some of those themes that you've learned. The final piece of general education for our bachelor degree seeking students is called experiences, or these are our experiential learning. These are opportunities to learn by doing. There's very little lecture in these courses. These are courses in which students identify a problem in the community, a problem in the school, and they work to develop a solution and solve it. These are the 42 credits of general education for a bachelor degree seeking student. Now, many of you in your introductions today said that you are here to pursue an associate degree program. As I mentioned, these are a little bit shorter than a bachelor degree. They range from 60 to 78 credits. And like a bachelor degree, these credits are broken down into these 3 rungs. We have 21 credits of general education. We have 36 to more credits in your major, and 3 final credits of electives. As you can see, the general education is only broken down into the foundations. These are the writing classes, the speech classes, the math classes, and as you can see, they're on the right. Within general education, these are the core competencies. Meaning these are our learning objectives. This is what all students who graduate with a degree at Central Penn College should be able to do. These are integrate learning, which means you take classes or information from various fields of disciplines, and you can synthesize that information and think critically about that. Critical and analytical thinking is our second core competency. Third is communication. We break this down into both writing and speech, or oral communication. We also include in here technological competence, being able to use technology. We have quantitative reasoning, which is being able to complete some math classes and think about information, quantitative information. And finally, citizenship. So in conclusion, again, thank you for giving me this opportunity to share a few remarks with you. The comments I've made can all be found on page 101 of this college catalog. And I'm really looking forward to working with many of you. As I said, as an instructor next term, I'll be teaching the IDS 101, which is our CPC Foundations class that many of you will be taking. So I look forward to meeting with many of you next week in classes. All right. Thank you. Curtis, time back over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Ellsworth. As Romeo led off about your educational journey, it's great to have a little bit more of a map or an understanding provided by Dr. Ellsworth of what that journey may look like in terms of number of credits. So thank you for sharing. Next up, to learn about student services here at Central Penn College, our presenter will be Dr. Erica Wilkinson.
Good morning, everyone. I will now share my screen as well. And let's see. Can we see the screen okay?
Good to go.
All right. All right. So first off, I'd like to welcome all of you and share that we have a common bond in that today is also my first full-time day here at Central Penn College. Like Curtis, I have rebounded back. I worked here for about 9 years. Left to pursue other interests in higher ed and have returned, and I'm starting full time. So I have that bond with all of you that when I see you on campus, I may look just as lost as you are. So please reach out, say hi, and we can figure out our ways together as we start our new journey. As Curtis shared, I am the new Associate Vice President for Student Services. And I, along with everyone here at Central Penn, is very excited to help you reach your goals for whatever reasons you all shared in the chat that you chose to join us. Here at the college, we're excited to help you pursue those interests. One of the things I'm not sure you all may have realized, Curtis's icebreaker questions had maybe a bigger purpose than some of you may realize. As Romeo mentioned, this new journey can often be a little intimidating, kind of scary, but Curtis's icebreaker questions helped you find at least the beginnings of your community. So whether that might be through your program, through your gaming interest, or even whatever snacks you might want to share in the Learning Hub, as Romeo pointed out, you're going to need this support system, this community on this journey. And so start making those connections here at New Student Orientation, and then they'll just continue to build as you go along. All right, let's jump into the presentation. All right. I'm a big believer in not reading to you the PowerPoint, so I will let you read the mission for the Student Services Department. But again, I feel like I'm reiterating a lot of what others had said before, but that's just to emphasize the importance of them. Research does show, as Romeo indicated, that participating in those co-curricular or other activities will help you feel more connected to the college, will help you build those relationships. And as you reach the end of your journey, as many of you said, you want to graduate, you want to pursue career goals, that networking that you're going to have built up is going to be really invaluable to you. So find ways to get aligned. It would be a big proponent of starting any of the food clubs that Curtis mentioned, because I think food's always a great connector. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. I'm going to keep moving along, but if Curtis sees any questions specific, he'll interrupt me, and I'm happy to address those. Some of the tools we have for you here at the college to help you be successful are your success coaches. I believe, Curtis, and this is my first orientation, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there's a breakout session with the success coaches as part of New Student Orientation. You will have a success coach specifically assigned to you, and they're going to be your partner. They're your buddy to help you navigate with how do I make a payment, or where do I order my books, or how do I find the library? Whatever you need, they're your first resource. They work very closely with academics and your faculty, and we create this triad with you, academics, and student services to help you be successful in whatever challenges you might have. The Learning Hub is located here in Bollinger, right down the hall from me on the second floor. This is your one-stop resource for academic support. We have tutoring services, success coaches, various programmings. The number one tip I'm going to tell you is to check your email. Vital information comes out through your email. And so if you want to know what's going on in the Learning Hub, please check your emails. You will get weekly updates on what's going on and what the calendar looks like. We also have your first year experience. This is going to take place during your first 3 terms, again, to help you get acclimated, just to understand what resources are available for you. And we also specifically have a PACT program to help foster success for students that are historically from underserved populations. So we do offer unique programming, again, different support services and engagement opportunities for those students. So again, check your email and you'll be aware of all of the opportunities that are coming out. Student engagement. Yes, studying is important. Yes, academic success is important. But as I was reading through some of the icebreaker responses to what are your New Year's resolution goals, self-care was a theme I caught in various different ways. Student engagement, again, is a great way to do that self-care. So campus activities, a walking buddy. My Apple Watch just told me it was time to get up and start moving, right as Curtis introduced me. But whatever you need to help take care of yourself, your residence life has activities for you as well. I love someone in the chat who said, I'm not an athlete, but I love to support them. We encourage that. Our student athletes love to see their college community there to cheer them on. So again, check your email. The schedules for all of our athletics are there in your email. Students' rights and responsibilities. Again, you have your college catalog, as Brent indicated, as well as a student handbook that you will find. You want to become familiar with the judicial affairs, the formal grievances, the Title IX, and any academic accommodations that you may need. We have specific processes that are outlined. I'm not going to go into great detail. This is a little bit of maybe your first homework that I will give you, and reminding you to go out and look at these policies and responsibilities. Some additional services you'll find here on campus. And again, this is whether you're a residential student or a commuter student, but we do have a campus health center, a food pantry. The mailroom is located here in Bollinger, as well as a career closet. We can all recognize that when you're starting your career journey, getting professional clothing can be quite expensive. And our career services department does an amazing job with helping young professionals build that first initial wardrobe. So don't hesitate to check out some of those resources. And then again, we do offer counseling through M&S Counseling Services. All right, Curtis, I'm assuming no questions. I'm good to keep going.
Yeah, nothing in the chat.
All right. So let's stay connected, right? We are here, we are responsive. We try to be a little intrusive with the resources and programming that we offer, but it's important to you that you stay connected with us. Even if you just reach out to your success coach or your faculty member through Blackboard, SharePoint, email, the app, whatever it is, give us a thumbs up. Let us know things are going well. Let us know if you're having any challenges, if you need help with something, if you have some suggestions. We are definitely a community of continuous improvement. So if you've got suggestions as being the new person on campus, let me know. Shoot me an email or use one of these other means of communication, and we can look into that. So I'm not even sure what my time allotment was. I may or may not have gone over, but I'm okay with that. Curtis, how'd I do?
Perfect. You were good to go. If that is your presentation, you're wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr.
Again,
Wilkinson.
I wish all of you the best of luck. I'm excited to see you on campus. And again, final tip, check your email. The most important information you're going to get from the college will come through your Central Penn email. So make that part of your daily routine, and good luck for the upcoming winter term.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Wilkinson. All right, now here to help you prepare for your first class, please welcome to the virtual stage Kim Bateman and Dr. Jared Reif.
Good morning. I have a presentation that I will go ahead and share with you here so we can get you up to speed on things. Okay, so hopefully you're all seeing my screen. Okay, great. Well, I am Kim Bateman, and I am from the Office of Technology and Project Management, which is a long way to say Central Penn's IT department. We're here to take care of any questions or issues that you have related to technology. You're welcome to call us during business hours or stop by our offices, which are located on the second floor of Bollinger. You can also email us anytime at helpdesk@centralpenn.edu. So we're going to take a look at my.centralpenn.edu, since this is the one place that you'll go to access apps at the college. Okay. So to access the applications page, you just go to my.centralpenn.edu and then follow the instructions to log in. If you have any trouble getting logged in at all, just contact the help desk and we'll work through this with you. One of the first things that you're going to want to do is set up CP Alert. This allows you to receive messages from the college when critical events occur, such as the college campus closing for a snow day, which I just heard this morning, we may be getting some snow this weekend. So you definitely want to get that set up. We're also going to take a quick look at the Office 365 tile, the student portal, and Blackboard, since these are some of the main things that you'll be using. So as a student, you have access to Microsoft 365 at no charge. So you'll see the little install apps button that's here on the screen. That's where you'll go to be able to install this. Your access to Microsoft 365 includes things like Word and PowerPoint. You also have 1 terabyte of OneDrive cloud storage. So this is a safe and convenient place for you to store any files that you create for assignments and projects. You can then access your OneDrive files from any device where you have an internet connection. You can use Microsoft tools such as Word and PowerPoint from just the web versions, which you'll see here on the screen. If you click any of those little icons, you can access the web versions of the apps. But you can also use that Install Apps button to be able to install Microsoft 365, the full versions of the apps on your computer. You can do this on up to 5 different devices. And remember, as long as you're a student here at the college, you have access to that for free. You can also add your school Outlook, which is your email account, to your phone. You've been hearing how important it is to stay in touch with your email, and that's your official means of communication with us here at the college. So to make that easy, you can put your Outlook account onto your phone, and that way you have it with you all the time. If you have any issues getting that to work at all, please just get in touch again with the help desk, and we can work through that with you. Another place that you'll want to go is the student portal. So the student portal is where you go to do things like to find your class schedule. You'll register for classes here. You can review your midterm and your final course grades here. The portal is something you're going to use periodically, so there's no need to be checking it every day, just when there's something here that you need to find. One of the things that you will find here is your class schedule. So if you haven't gotten your class schedule yet, you can go to the student portal, and then you're going to go to My Academics. When that part of the menu opens up, you will see My Class Schedule. When you go to that, your schedule will appear on the screen. An easier way to view your schedule, though, is to use the schedule report link that you'll see near the top of the page. That gives you an easy way that you can print it out, or it's just a more readable version of your schedule that you can view. Then Blackboard is our learning management system. This is going to be used for all your classes at the college, and it's something that you do want to access at least once a day. How much is in Blackboard is going to vary depending on whether your class is online or blended or on ground. At minimum, you're going to find your course syllabus, you'll find information about your professor, and you'll see your grades here. Blackboard courses are open 1 week prior to the beginning of the term, with orientation information such as who your professor is, what materials you need for your course. All of that information is going to be posted there for you. So be sure to review all of this information before the term begins in order to be prepared for that first day of class. So you'll be able to access the weekly course modules beginning the first day of the term. You won't see those now. You'll just see that introductory information about your course for now. The first week's information as far as what you'll actually be doing won't open until classes open on Monday, January 8th. So when you go into Blackboard and by clicking on that Blackboard tile, you're going to see what's called our institution page. And the institution page contains links to helpful resources, and sometimes we'll have a college-wide announcement there too. Use Blackboard navigation links to learn how to use the buttons on the left side of the page to access things like the activity stream, courses, and grades. So when you go to the courses page, this is where you'll find the courses that you're taking this term. It also includes access to something called the Blackboard orientation course. So you should be seeing this now, and some of you may have already been in and been working on this. It is optional. It does not count for a grade, but it does have some great information to get you comfortable with using Blackboard. You'll even get to practice submitting an assignment, posting to a discussion forum, taking a test, and viewing your grades. So when you do those things in your actual course, it won't be the first time you're doing it. You'll have had the chance to practice it here in Blackboard orientation. We highly recommend that you take the time to complete this course. Also, we're in the process of implementing something called Blackboard Ultra. It's a new updated interface to Blackboard. So some of you may be lucky enough to have courses this term that are using the new Blackboard interface. If you are enrolled in one of those Blackboard Ultra courses, you will also see Blackboard Orientation-Ultra. So that's just a way for you to get familiar with the Ultra interface, which I think you're really going to like. Okay, so that was Blackboard. We do have a Blackboard mobile app that you can download from the App Store. So that's another way that you can stay connected with your courses and what's going on. We do not recommend that you use the app to try to take your entire class. You shouldn't be using the app on your phone to take a test, for example. But having the app on your phone is a great way to be able to stay up with, you'll get those notifications about things that are due in your class. You could maybe keep up with your discussion forums and things that are going on. So be sure to look for the Blackboard app and add that to your phone. Okay. Also, we have some other things here that are available for you to help you out. If you do not have a laptop, something happens to your laptop, we do have loaner laptops available through the library. We also have the Night Owl Lab that's open 24/7. So there's always a place on campus that you can come to have access to the internet and a computer to use. With Blackboard, be sure you're logging in and checking that and your email frequently. If your professor has included due dates for coursework, you can use the calendar to be able to stay on track with what's going on in your classes. Also, always be sure to start work early, as we know that technology issues do occur. Plan ahead for any tech issues, by having a backup plan, know where there's another computer that you can get to, know where you can go to, get internet access if your internet goes down. And lastly, just be sure that you're checking your grades frequently. Your professors are going to provide your grades and your feedback for you to help you know where you are, how you're doing in the course, give you feedback that you can use to do better on future assignments. Plus all of these resources that you're hearing about, if you're not keeping track and knowing that, maybe I do need to reach out and get some help, you won't be taking advantage of those resources. So be checking your grades and know how you're doing in your classes.
Kim,
So in addition to the,
question real quick.
yes.
Sorry about that.
Oh, yep.
Question on
Good,
Blackboard
good.
Ultra.
Okay.
Does the Blackboard Ultra version build on the first Blackboard orientation, or is it a standalone option?
It is a standalone option. So the Blackboard orientation shows you how to use what's called our original Blackboard original interface. And the Ultra shows you how to do those same things, but doing it with the Ultra interface. So they are two entirely separate courses covering basically the same things, but with a different interface.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
Kim.
you. Great
Wanted
question.
to bring it up while we're on Blackboard before we got too
Nope,
far.
great question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so in addition to the Blackboard app, which is for your classes, we have another app that you should be able to access and get onto your mobile device, the Central Penn app. So the Central Penn app is what's going to keep you up to date with what's going on the campus. So what's next? You definitely want to go and log into my.centralpenn.edu if you have not done that yet. Also sign up for CP alerts. So if there's something important going on campus, if the campus is closed for some reason, you'll get that information. Locate your schedule in the student portal. You also want to set up your Central Penn email on your phone. So you have that information right there at your fingertips all the time when we're sending information out to you. Also download the Central Penn app and the Blackboard app. So you have those available. Microsoft 365, you're going to have to do papers, I'm sure, where you need Word and presentations using PowerPoint and possibly other parts of Microsoft. So please go ahead, get those installed. and work through that Blackboard orientation course so that you feel comfortable finding your way around in your actual courses. And review the orientation information that's available in your courses. Here's an example from the menu in a Blackboard original course where you have Start Here, Professor Information, Syllabus. All those are available to you right now that you can go in and find out that information about your classes that you're enrolled in. And always remember that you're not alone. We're here and ready to help. You'll find contact information for the help desk and other campus resources right on that my.centralpenn.edu page. So best of luck to all of you.
Kim, thank you. We have one more question for you.
Okay.
Is CPC Alert the same as the Omni Alert app?
Yes, it is.
There we go. Thank you for that, Kim.
Okay. There's my stop share. Okay.
Thank you.
It moved to another screen.
Not a problem. Thank you, Kim. And do we have Dr. Jared Reif up next? There we are.
Well, good morning, all. Wonderful to see your smiling faces. Several of you I will have in class on Monday in CPC Foundations, IDS 101. For the rest of you, I apologize. You are missing out on perhaps the greatest experience that you will ever have in your life. And I say that with all humility. All right, let's talk about a pair of things here. First is the library. It's one resource that we haven't mentioned yet. It is a wonderful place, not just for the typical kind of books. It is a place for you to study. It's a place for you to connect with our librarian and our resources. And it's a place for you to connect with your fellow students. I would recommend very highly, if you do not already, having a place in the library where you go to when you want to study or you want to connect or you want to kind of decompress. It's hours you can see here, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on Wednesday, it's open later. And hopefully you will all get the opportunity to connect with our librarian, Margaret Shakti, who is both a delight and a wonderful resource. And I would argue probably one of the underutilized resources on campus. I don't think it was until I got to one of my graduate degrees that I really took full advantage of using the librarians on campus. So I would recommend wholeheartedly you connect with her. Next, let's talk about textbooks, because I'm sure many of you are kind of curious about that piece within kind of how to do it, where it's at, if you have not done so already. So we use Harrisburg Area Community College, or HACS, bookstore services. And so that allows us to have a couple of options and a kind of a couple of ways to serve you. The first is that you have access to HACS physical bookstore here on the Harrisburg campus. And so just like any bookstore, you can ask them questions, you can connect with them, and they are very friendly and very willing to kind of help and aid as we go through any process. When you want to get your books, it also means that you can utilize them just as a normal bookstore. You have another option of being able to have your books sent here to campus, and they're available for the first week of classes here at the library. You can also have your books shipped to you. Questions that you have about maybe where the book is, or are they going to get any more copies, can address all those things to the bookstore directly. And I have the email address here on the screen. You can either email at bookstore@hac.edu, or you can call them at 717-8780-2509 to kind of connect with them. So let's talk a little bit more about the kind of nitty-gritty. There are going to be generally 3 types of textbooks that you're going to encounter with your time here at Central Penn. The first is that some classes like accounting or business and some of the allied health classes have the textbook embedded into the course itself. So you actually don't have to do anything. You pay a course resource fee, and the book is then available with you and through the course itself when you log into Blackboard. The second way is just the same old kind of, I should say same old because ebooks are, you know, a relatively new thing since we have books, but you can either get a physical book or you can get an electronic book. And you have options within that. You can either buy a new one, you can buy a used copy, or you can rent a copy for the term. Those are all the kind of options. So as you go through, and we'll talk about how to order the books, some of those books will be available new, some will be available used, some will be available to rent, right? It depends on what the bookstore has available to it and what it has within its resources. The last one is what we call kind of OER, or open educational resources. And this is, for example, the students who will be in my IDS 101 class. This is a free textbook, one you don't need to purchase, one that is just accessible to anyone. So those are the kind of ways in which we can approach textbooks and how to do them. So let's talk about how to order them. First, you're going to go to HAC's bookstore website, which is just hac.bookstore.edu. And you're going to select, for example, the campus or the term. And it will always be kind of the Central Penn. For this upcoming winter one, it'll be winter 2024. Next, using that list of classes that Kim Bateman just talked to you about, you are going to select the department or the three alphabetized letter code that corresponds to the course, not necessarily the major. Sometimes students go, oh, I'm taking this class, and it always got to double check that you make sure that you're choosing the course code, those three letters at the start of the course. And then you're going to select the course number and section. So for example, here, this student is taking CRI 100, right? That's their kind of introductory course for criminal justice majors. And so they might be taking a daytime class, which would be like a D designation for a letter, or they might be taking an online class, which is a Z designation. So checking that course and making sure that you have the correct one will be how you go through to do that. After selecting the course, you'll be given an option about the books. And as you can see here, there's a digital rental option, for example, this one, or you can buy a new copy for this particular book. Once you decide what you want to do, add it to your book cart, go back and add any additional courses you may need to add or enter, and figure out which book you want to do. Once you have kind of gotten all of your books, you will add them all to the cart, and you'll go through ahead and purchase them. Now, because you all are first-time students, you'll have to essentially register your account. Use your Central Penn email as a way to kind of register that account. And then you can choose that shipping option. As I mentioned, you can have them shipped to your home or to work or wherever you want. You can have them be brought here to campus, and you can come pick them up at the library during that first week. Or you're also welcome to just go and find them at HAC's bookstore. You'll enter your billing information if you have a credit card or a gift card, or if you're using financial aid, which often happens, you just enter in your Central Penn email and you'll be able to use your textbook vouchers. Now, also be aware that textbook vouchers are not time unlimited. There is a time in which you have to be able to use them. So make sure you're doing that within that first week of class. You'll review your order, you'll place it, and then you can either print the receipt or you can have it emailed to you. So that is essentially the nitty-gritty, right, of textbooks. I'll also drop in the chat, if it will allow me, I can, sometimes it wants me to really like log in. I'll add a couple of how-tos on how to do these things. About how to buy the books, where to find them, kind of common questions that you might have. I'll also be available at the end of the new student orientation. They'll have a little breakout room where if you do have any more additional questions or anything specific to you, I'll be there and I can answer them for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Reif. Appreciate
Welcome.
that. Textbooks are definitely going to help you be successful inside the classroom, whether it's physically or online at Central Penn. So please be sure to have your textbooks ready for class. All right. And actually, we didn't quite escape it there, Dr. Reif. We had a question come in right at the buzzer. how do we know which books are free? Oh, there we go. He's on
Yep,
it. It'll tell you.
absolutely. So we
Wonderful.
talked a little bit, Kim Bateman talked about getting into that week 0, right? And I would urge you to go and do that, kind of acclimate yourself to the class. When you look at that course syllabus, right? And sometimes people talk about the syllabus kind of being a contract or a way to kind of talk about expectations. In the course syllabus, it will list the textbook for you. That's a good way for you to kind of find out. A second way would be when you go to the bookstore. If it is a free textbook, it won't list anything there. It will just say it's an open resource one, so you don't have to worry about it. Other times, for example, professors who do offer stuff or maybe don't want you to buy anything, there just won't be a textbook listed at all. But more often than not, textbooks are available. Another question you're asking, when you want to buy the book online at Hack, you have to be a student of them? Nope, you just have to be one of our students. That's why you register with your Central Penn EDU email. Good question, Jasmine.
Wonderful. And if you have more questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. Dr. Reif will be staying on the Zoom call as he will be in the breakout sessions later on. So we can always circle back with Dr. Reif for additional questions on textbooks. All right, next to walk us through the world of public safety, we're going to have my friend and yours, Trevor, join us. Trevor, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. It's nice to see all these new faces as we start the winter term. We're excited to meet all of you. Welcome to Central Penn College. My name is Trevor Mrakovich, and I'm a part of the Office of Public Safety. We are here to ensure your safety during your time at the college. I have Marcus here as well today with me to help carry the load. He will be helping us later on go over a couple different topics. Eli, if you want to go to the next slide, you can. Okay. So a little background info. Our office is located in Bollinger Hall in room 46. We are here 24/7, 365 days a year. If you ever need any assistance, do not hesitate to reach out. You can contact us at 717-728-2364 or via email at publicsafety@centralpenn.edu. We're another resource, another tool that the college provides. We are not here to hide in the bushes and jump out and say, oh, we got you. That's not what we're here for. We're here just as another resource to help you and navigate your journey in the college lifestyle. So moving on, college identification cards. To prioritize our campus safety, everyone must carry a college ID card with them at all times while they're on college property. That goes for if you're just going to the library to grab some books, or if you're just going to the underground to work out in the fitness center. We want to make sure that everyone has their ID card with them at all times. The ID cards are your golden ticket around campus for specific buildings, rooms, and services. There's no charge for your ID, but replacement ID cards can cost $25 if they are lost, damaged, or stolen. So make sure that one that we print out and give you is the one that you have with you. We can always get you a replacement, but just know it's going to be $25 if something happens to it. For residential and commuter students, you can plan to get your ID during the first week of classes. Online students, you can obtain your ID before using the campus facilities like the library or the underground. We always tell students the best practice for that. We know that you're busy trying to get acclimated to college life. So we say try and stop in the first week if you're going to be here physically in person on campus. If you're an online student, just drop by. We're pretty readily accessible. If you're ever try to stop by and we're not here, you can always call that phone number and somebody will come back to assist you. So don't panic if you drop by Bollinger, room 46, and no one's here. Trust me, someone is always here. They might not just be in the office when you arrive. Parking on campus. Register your vehicle with us to use campus parking facilities. You want to display your authorized parking permit while you are parked. Unlike a lot of other colleges, the Parking permits here don't cost anything. They're free of charge. So we recommend students register their vehicle while they're here. It's just something that helps in case something happens. It helps us identify who's on campus and who's not here. At the time of registration, the two things you will absolutely need to have with you is your vehicle's registration card and a valid driver's license. Those are the two things that we have to see. Sometimes people come with their insurance. We don't need to see any insurance information. It's just strictly those two items. Like I said earlier, vehicle registration is free, but replacement permits can cost up to $10 if they are lost or stolen. Residential and commuter students get your parking permit during the first week of classes. Online students obtain a parking permit before visiting campus during your academic program. We've had online students drop in whenever they show up to campus, and they just registered their car then. That's perfectly fine too. Like I said, if we're not in the office, that number, which I'll drop down in the comments, the public safety phone number and email, that phone number is going to be your best friend if you need those kinds of services. Again, if you're going to be on the ground, we always tell students the first week of classes is kind of just a week to get acclimated. We don't issue like any parking tickets or anything like that. We're pretty lenient. It's just a period of time to get your affairs in order and get your ID and parking permit situated and, that kind of thing. So without further ado, I will now turn it over to my friend and colleague, Mr. Marcus Hayward.
All right. Hello all, my name is Marcus Hayward. I'm a public safety officer. Welcome to Central Penn College. I just want to go over a few things pertaining to the different services that we provide. One of the services is for lost and found. Should you lose an item, you can come here to the office in Bollinger Hall, room 46, to let us know what it is that you've lost. If we have it, if someone turned it in, we'll go back and check to see. And there's a form that we print when we get lost items, or we found items, I'm sorry, when we get found items turned into us. And we'll print that form and it'll be attached to the item, and then we'll have you sign it if it's yours to notate that you're the one that retrieved it. If in fact you lose an item, you can go on to chargerback.com. When you go on, you'll log in. You'll be specific with your name and the information that's pertaining to what the item is, color, the make of the item, different things like that with that information. So you'll be able to go on and do those things. Any unclaimed items do get donated at the end of the academic term. So we will keep them until the end of the academic term, just in case you would come and say, hey, I lost my iPad. You can come here and retrieve that. Next thing is the Central Penn alert. That's a big item because it helps to keep you informed of information, any crucial information. We also would put anything on there regarding weather. Like, for example, we have snow coming this weekend, but if it's something substantial for your safety, we'll put information on there regarding the weather so that you know what's coming. You can prepare to anything that you would need to do for safety needs to be able to be outside and different things like that. We would use those. You would just sign up on your portal to mycentralpenn.edu to receive any timely notifications through text, email, and other channels. So that's how you would access that. It's easy. It's not a hard process to follow. So you'll be able to go on and to your portal to sign up for those. We have an annual security report. If you excuse me, I'm reading also while I'm talking to you, but the annual security report provides information such as crime statistics, campus security policies, and any safety procedures that we have. These reports that cover incidents on campus, non-campus buildings, and property adjacent to any adjacent public property. If you would want to have access to any of that information, you would just go to the centralpenn.edu website and then find the Office of Public Safety webpage on there, and you would be able to access those items. Just as a conclusion, we want you to make sure that you understand that your safety is our number one. Your safety is our number one priority. So we want you to keep that first and foremost in your mind. If you have any questions, or we have an open door policy, you don't have to come in and talk about anything policy or rules, regulations. You can come in and let us know simply how your day has been. Whether it's been a good day, bad day, you can share that with us if you'd like. You can just stop in and say hi. I'm just coming in to say hi before I go to my class. The door is always open unless we're not in the office. It's the only time that the door would be closed. And if the door is closed and you need something, on the door we have our phone number, which is 717-728-2364. You're more than welcome to call that phone number. As Trevor said, we have our email. If you would like to email us for anything that you have questions for, you can just simply email publicsafety@centralpenn.edu, and we'll be sure to respond to you in a prompt manner. We'll respond to you as soon as we are able to. All right. Again, we thank you all for your time. Trevor and I want to thank you for your time. We welcome you all to Central Penn College.
Thank you, Trevor and Marcus. We have an additional question for you both. How early are weather-related delays or cancellations posted?
They're usually posted, if we know ahead of, when we know ahead of time, we usually post them. They're usually posted a day or so before to give everybody time to have notice in regards to those kind of things.
And it'd be important to keep your eye on your CP alert as well as your student email. You see a recurring theme here to make sure you're staying in the know with weather-related postings. Wonderful. Trevor?
Yeah, I did forget to mention this, and I'm glad Essence Moore asked this question. I dropped the answer in the chat. So her question was, will I be able to get an ID card online? She has not received one yet. So if you find yourself in a similar situation, the best thing to do, if say you're, for an example, an online student, and you know you might be limited in coming to campus physically, we recommend sending an email to the public safety email, publicsafety@centralpenn.edu, just with your first name, last name, and then you can include a headshot or a selfie attached in the email. And what we can do is we can generate that ID card ahead of time. And then that way, all you have to do is when you come to campus, you just have to come to our office in Bollinger Hall, room 46, and it's created ahead of time. That way we can just hand it off to you. And it makes it speeds up the process a little bit. That can also go for students who are going to be here physically as well. If you prefer to send a headshot to us ahead of time, you certainly can do that as well. I will say our camcorder's a little outdated, so it's not gonna be the most the best technology to take a picture with. But in any event, our camcorder works. But if you prefer to use your own camcorder and send a headshot in, that's certainly an option as well. So thank you for that question, Essence. Hopefully that answers some questions for some other folks too that might have been wondering the same thing.
Wonderful. Thank you again, Trevor and Marcus. Next up, we're going to hear from our friend with PSECU because money matters, Jen Nycrone.
Hi, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay?
Loud and clear, Jen. Good to go.
Wonderful. I hope everybody's doing well after their holidays. So welcome to Central Penn. I am going to share my screen here with the presentation for you all. If I can get that up and running. So, let's see. How is everybody today? Well, I'm doing that. Quiet group. I know it's still morning. All right, thanks, Curtis. So again, my name is Jen. I am with PSECU, which stands for Pennsylvania State Employees Credit Union. We have had a relationship with Central Penn. We're going on 8 years now. And if you are not familiar with us, we are a credit union and we were founded in 1934. So we have been around for a very long time. Our model is not-for-profit, and we are a digital first credit union. So what this means is that we don't have branches on every corner. So a lot of people don't realize how large PSECU is and what we are and what we're capable of doing. And the reason why we do that is because the money that we generate, we are able to put back within our business. We are able to provide better benefits and better, everything for our members. So just to give you guys a little bit of a highlight of our benefits, we are over $8 billion in assets. So we are a very large credit union. We're actually the largest credit union in Pennsylvania. We have over 550,000 members across the United States and even internationally because of the features and the benefits that we are able to provide to our members. And really, we just want everybody to use us as their preferred financial partner because we do provide lifelong value to our members. So really, if you don't know the difference between credit unions and banks, like I said, we're not for profit and banks are for profit. So the money that we earn, we put back into our members' pockets in different ways. So some of the benefits, because we are not for profit and we don't charge fees, there are no monthly service fees. So when you have an account with us, you're not going to have to do anything to avoid a fee like you need to do with banks. The other thing that we are able to provide is over 70,000 surcharge-free ATMs. So credit unions, we share a network. So you are able to use every credit union's ATM for free. And then if you were to use a bank's ATM, we would actually rebate you the fee that you would get. So that does depend whether or not you have direct deposit with us for the amount. But we also provide rewards for debit card purchases, free FICO scores. We have a very large financial wellness learning center that is free for everybody to use, regardless if you are a member or not. It is really great, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit later. But we have 19 college financial education relationships, and we provide the school with a lot of funding, one of them being the scholarships, and I'll get into that as well later. So here are just some of the other perks that come with the membership. The membership is offered to all students, your families, all faculty, staff, and alumni of Central Penn. So again, it's a lifelong membership. It's not just while you're at the school. It costs you $0 to join. You get your FICO score, which is your credit score, which is something that you're going to want to monitor every month. So that's free. You can set up different account alerts that are important to you. We don't have a limit on our bill payer. We do offer free overdraft protection transfer service, and also we don't have any overdraft fees anymore. Super easy to transfer money back and forth. We give you discounts on taxes and then within TurboTax. And then also we provide PFS, which is PSECU's financial services. So for those of you that are interested in learning and wanting to invest or want insurance products, this is a free financial counselor that's going to sit down with you, and they're not going to charge anything, which is great. So I do have a question for you guys if you want to drop this into the chat. Do you think that grants and scholarships are free money given to you? All right, here they come. Yes, very good. So yes, so grants and scholarships are free money. And like I said, we provide scholarships to Central Penn. So when those scholarship applications come out, please apply for every scholarship possible. And if you are a member, you are eligible for the PSECU scholarship that we provide the school as well. So fully take advantage of all the free money that you possibly can. All right, so I have another question for you. Do you feel that if you can save $5 a paycheck, do you think that it's worth it? Awesome. Yep, absolutely. I like that answer. Yes, it is definitely worth it. So any little bit that you can tuck away, you never know what's going to happen. If it's only $5 a paycheck, tuck it away. So your last question, is it important to also have a budget? Yes. So hopefully you guys do have a budget already, because it is very important. A lot of people think that a budget is a negative word, and it really isn't. The definition really is you're telling your money where you want it to go and what you want it to do. That's it. It doesn't control you, you control it. So this is our learning center. So it's just psccu.com/learn. There's 2 sections to it. There's a learning center where you can answer a couple of questions and it will customize some learning modules for you that are about 5 minutes long. And it's all about what you want to learn. And then our Wallet Work side has all the blogs and the videos and everything on budget worksheets, credits, you know, how important it is to build healthy credit. So I do highly advise you guys to take advantage of these resources. They are wonderful. And then for those of you guys that are already a PSECU member, we have a referral program. So all you do is, if you guys want to scan the QR code or you go to that website, type in your name, first name, last name, and email address, PSECU will send you a special link. You will send that out to your friends and you can get $50 per person. And you can get up to 10 people each calendar year. So it's up to $500 a month. So not too shabby for those that are members already. And we do have a general promotion going on that is, if you have $500 in direct deposit, you are able to earn a bonus as well. But we do not have a student promotion going on right now. The other thing PSCCU does is we do hire campus ambassadors. So if you're looking for a job on campus, you can get in touch with me and we can talk about this a little bit more in detail. But basically you go and promote PSECU to your friends and your colleagues. And it's the way that we are helping members and grow our membership as well. So again, my name is Jen. I am the community manager for Central Penn. You guys will see me periodically on campus. I usually table in the ATEC building. I also oversee HAC and Elizabethtown College. So I'm usually there twice a month. But if you ever need to get in touch with me, you can shoot me an email at jnacrone@psecu.com and I will certainly get back to you. Do you guys have any quick questions for me now?
Jen, I don't see anything in the chat just yet, but just give a moment or two for those who may be typing.
Sure, not a problem at all. And just to also let you guys know, I am an online student here at Central Penn as well. I am finishing up my bachelor degree. Hopefully by the end of this year, maybe I might have to do my internship at the beginning of 2025, but
there we go. So it's great to hear from another Knight as well, right here at NSO. Jen, we do have a question. How do we get signed up? How do I sign up for PSECU?
So did I not provide that link for you? I did not. So I will go ahead and drop that in the chat for you. And then you can sign up through the link.
And you're getting some congratulations from your fellow Knights as well on earning your degree. And there you go.
I appreciate that. I wish you guys all the best of luck. It is a wonderful school and we have wonderful professors here. So just my advice to any of you is just communication and reach out when needed.
There we go. And with that, we say thank you very much, Jen, and best of luck on earning your degree as a fellow Central Penn Knight.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, guys.
Thank you. All right, folks, it's time for breakout rooms, and this is where I leave you. It's been a blast, but I'd like to bring to the virtual stage to take over the reins, if you will. You knew him as DJ Eli this morning, but he's a student success coach here at Central Penn College. Our breakout rooms, we're going to need you to go into a session that relates to your status as a student with Central Penn, and Eli's going to share a little bit more details on what that process looks like. So, Eli, take it away. Congratulations. Thank you so much, and welcome to Central Penn College. Take care.
Hey, Curtis, appreciate you for passing that over to me. Yeah, so first off, my name is Elijah Tinson. I am a success coach here at Central Penn College. So the way that this is going to work, there's two things, housekeeping things, right? So the first thing that you're going to see in the chat, you're going to get a link that is for the NSO quiz. So before you leave this session at all today, please, please, please make sure you complete that link in the chat. That quiz is important for you to complete. Secondly, so there are 7 different breakout rooms, each assigned a certain topic with said scenario, right? So if you need to talk to career services with Steve Hassinger, that'd be one breakout room. You'll have engagement in athletics in another one, housing. So if any of you guys are housing students that are on here, you can go to the housing one to speak to any student RAs. You'll have a success coach channel as well, which will include myself, Judy, and Megan, who are the other 2 success coaches, along with academics one, tech help, like technology help, and then an allied health one. So that includes like phlebotomy, anything, medical assistance, anything like that. But that's going to pop up. The rooms are going to open now. And then you can just go in and basically join whichever room you feel fits for you, if that makes sense. If you have any questions, just put it in the chat and I can help guide you to which room you need to get to or whatever you need to do on that part. But again, like I said, outside of that, please make sure you complete the quiz as well. Okay, yes. So, sorry about that, guys. 1 second here. If you have not figured out like what rooms to go to, um, I would say that it's imperative that you go to at least the success coach room along with the engagement room just to hear some of that stuff and career services because again the career services piece is going to help you with that in regards to your career when you graduate from here. 1 second here. So please make sure you're going there. But what you should do if you don't know how to get to a breakout room, there should be a thing like the 3 dot thing on the bottom that says more. You click that and then it should show a breakout room where you can join that way, if that makes sense. That was kind of a rough one. And yeah, I will resend the link as well in the chat. But again, please make sure you guys are at least going to one of the rooms, the success coach room and the engagement room. And then after that, any of the other rooms are just ones that you can go to for extra help. If you guys don't know which room you need to go to, just let me know in the chat and I can move you to that room as well. Okay, I got you. Let's see. And when it assigns you to certain ones, you just have to click like accept for it. Got you. I'm getting y'all moving y'all to the success coach room first. Let's see here.
Elijah, Arwen is a housing student. If you want to move him over to that room.
Got you. Okay.
And same with Alamasi.
Got it. Yeah, I tried to move some people, but I just have to accept it. Yeah, there's a couple in here I assigned them to rooms, but haven't gotten anything yet for them to move over.
I
Alamasi, you can accept the request to go to the housing room.
okay.
Thank you.
So I don't have a request now.
Okay. You have a question?
Yeah, I need link for housing room.
Yes. So Elijah sent you there. You have to accept the request.
Okay, okay. Excuse me, I can see.
Helpful information, a lot of helpful information about how to get it started. And those courses hit the ground running,
I
perhaps
agree.
more than others.
Right. I agree.
I'm here for paralegal and I don't have anything on my schedule at all, so I'm lost. I don't
That's
know where
not
to
good.
look.
Nikija, did I say that correctly?
Nikia, the J silent. You can call me Nikki.
Nikki, I'm
Yeah.
the success coach who looks after students in our legal studies and paralegal programs. So I'm gonna look up your information.
Okay. Thank
The
you.
schedule should show in the student portal.
Student